Anyway, I think we will win this game around 3-0 or something like that. It's gonna be some crazy scoreline like that, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be very, very one-sided game. Honestly speaking, I'm fully expecting Chelsea to go all out and kill off West Brom. I do not want to see another charity FC performance. Please, no. I don't want to see any of that. We know how we are when we come up against teams who are desperate for points. We know how we are. We need to be ruthless. I had some superstitious stuff to say, but I do not want to put it out there, so I'm not gonna say it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
12 seconds later.
Piss off. I was not gonna do a reaction to this game, but I have to. What the did I just watch? What the is that? What the was that? I just can't believe what I was looking at. I can't believe. In 180 minutes, we have conceded 8 goals against West Brom. 8 goals against a team that is an 18 points, fighting for freaking relegation right now. And we just conceded 8 goals in 2 games against them. 8 goals. The aggregate of these 2 legs is 8-5. 8-5. Obviously the red card. Wait. I need a drink. Okay, I'm back. Much needed. Obviously, the red card puts us way into the back foot already. But we were 1-0 up. We were 1-0 up. And so our job at that point in time was not to go and find more goals. Our job was not that. Our job was to solidify the defense, make sure our shape is maintained, and just see the game out. That should have been the plan. I'm sure teams work on this in training, right? If they were like one man short. Because it happens so often in the Premier League. It happens so often. I don't know what was going on, but I do know that striker, whatever his name was, I don't even know his freaking name, don't care, but he did a magnificent job. He was moving all over that back line, and no one knew who was marking him. No one knew, and on top of that, they brought on Robinson, which was actually a blessing in disguise for them, because no one could track their movements. No one knew who was marking them, and so they had free reign on whatever balls were coming in from defense, and they were just spamming, clearing whatever attacks Chelsea put on them. Everybody was absolutely poor except Kovacic. Everybody was pathetic. Everybody was pathetic. Right from the goalkeeper. Mendy made one good save. But all those other shots, he made the exact same mistake. He came running out and he got dinked. About 5 times. He got dinked 5 times, man. And one was that bottom corner. So Mendy, not a good performance at all. Christensen came on. Didn't know who he was marking. So whatever. He not a great performance. Zuma looked completely off pace. He looked completely out of it. I don't know what it was. He actually came back from France, and Thomas Tuchel was talking about this. He was talking about the fact that he had to come from a different time zone. He and Giroud, and so kind of have to adjust back to the current. I don't know why Rudiger didn't play. Why didn't Rudiger play? I wanted to see Rudiger on the team. Alonso, we saw that same old Alonso trying to make his runs back and help out defensively, but obviously not able to do it. And that's why I asked for Chilwell to fucking play. Aspilicueta, no sense of leadership in this game. No, nothing from him in terms of showing some grit, showing some passion, showing some level-headedness amongst all the young players who are trying to play from the back. Show some level-headedness and clear the ball when it needs to be cleared. Not heading it back to Jorginho, who heads it back to fucking Christensen, and then just everybody loses the possession, and then we fucking concede another fucking goal. And Reece James, I think, was okay. He was not the worst. I think he made a lot of immature decisions, and he's young, so it's acceptable. Jorginho had the worst fucking game of all the Chelsea players. He had the worst fucking game. Jorginho is not good in that sole deep line playmaker position. I have said this in my preview. He's not good at that. He's not good at defending. He makes the occasional tackle. He did like a few times in this game. But he is not that kind of player. Kante is that player. Jorginho has found a new role under Tuchel, but I don't know what happened today. He was not playing that role. He was playing a more deep line player, and Kovacic was given free rein to move and make runs up front and dribble and penetrate West Brom's defense. And that was just not working. That was just not working. We need both of them to be working in unison and moving up in unison. That didn't happen. For some reason, the plans suddenly changed. I think our attackers, I think our number 10s, who I think I predicted correctly, Ziyech and Pulisic were brilliant. Pulisic, I feel, could have done better in terms of actually dragging out players when he comes in short, because that was not happening as much. I think he came short, but like the defense stayed back, and so he kept running back into them. That was just not working out for him. When Werner did it, they came forward, but Werner is just not good at dribbling at the moment. He's very, very low on confidence, and that's why you saw him even pass up a pretty much open goal. It was almost like he got a North Macedonia deja vu in the moment, and just passed it to Mason Mount to finish the goal off and actually score it, even though the goal was like 50% open. But Werner didn't do enough. He didn't make enough darting runs, and when he did, he wasn't picked out by Reece James or Jorginho, whoever was on the ball at that point. Overall, a freaking disaster. It's a disaster. I asked for it. I asked that this did not happen in the preview, and I don't know what it is. Chelsea and early Saturday fixtures, they just are a recipe for disaster. That's when Charity FC comes alive, apparently. We have such important games coming up. We have Porto coming up. We have Manchester City coming up. And now our top 4 spot is hanging in the balance. It is a bad scenario, bad scene for us. I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words, honestly. It is a sad day. It is a sad day in the office, and obviously it's disappointing. But anybody in their right mind who has any kind of sense, footballing sense, knows that this run that we were on is clearly not a honeymoon phase. In my opinion, it was definitely not a honeymoon phase because of the opposition we were playing against. I do not think that having a honeymoon phase would allow you to go and dominate games against Tottenham, against Manchester United, against Atletico Madrid, and win games the way we were winning games. I do not think that a new manager bounce is gonna bring that level out of you. So this clearly was not a honeymoon phase. This was a this that's taking away from the tactical side of things and the hard work that was put in on the training ground from the team and from Thomas Tuchel. And so I'm just sitting here hoping that this was just a blip in the season and we bounce back immediately. This is very much a deja vu moment because I remember when Frank Lampard was the coach. He won the man of the match. The very next game we played was against Everton, and we lost that game 1-0. And from there, it began. The end of Frank Lampard was, and from that moment, it was the beginning of the end for him. And I hope it's not the same for Tuchel because honestly, he's done some wonderful, wonderful work with this team. And the way we've seen players like Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Timo Werner, Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, and this whole team, players like Christensen, Rudiger, um, Emerson, Alonso, Chilwell finding different forms in their own kind of ways. It's just wonderful to watch. We were in a very good spot before this game, but I just hope we can bounce back. Please, let's no more Charity FC. Please, please, I beg of you. I beg of you. I don't know this anymore. I'm done.